Bo, what we got? What's
I
that?
found the statue of pretty sure it's a skinned alive duck. I think it's going to be perfect for our episode with duck confit, which I think is Spanish for duck with feet.
Oh, quacka, quacka. I'll send you the bill.
What?
Huh? Jokes?
Never again. Never.
Dance like the moves that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
If we're all ducks, then he's the goose. Our host, Jason Suel.
Yes! Welcome, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. So glad you're tuning in. Entertainment television with heart.
It's the weekend.
It is. Bocas,
We're doing it. It's January, man.
So
New year.
January, I feel like we're in a weird time of year, though, because we're just past the holiday season.
It's a transition period. It's reflection, sitting in bed, being lazy and going, screw that old resolution.
Right.
We're going to...
Forget that. I'm going to cover up with this weighted blanket that I got for Christmas.
Because it's summertime, it's wintertime, it's springtime, it's fall time. Everything's crazy.
The weather is certainly crazy. I don't feel like Mother Nature, she's such a tease. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know what to tell us right now. Is it hot? Is it cold? What's going on?
I don't know. Thanks, global warming.
Seriously.
Right? But it's a great time of year.
Yeah.
I mean, gets us ready for February when everything gets stupid again.
Bringing it back to Disney Plus, we are really fortunate to have a guest with us today who is one of the stars of Disney Plus. If you've seen the show Encore, Britney Taylor is on episode 2 of Encore on Disney Plus, and
so she's the star of all Disney Plus.
That's right, all Disney Plus. She was also a guest on the very first ever episode of Later with Jason Suel. I encourage you to go to our YouTube page and look up that episode if you want to see how far we've come.
And how famous we make people.
That's right, because now she's on Disney Plus. She's joining us. She's going to sit down. We're going to talk about the show Encore and how much fun she had being a part of that show. And our musical guest today, we've got the Next Unknown.
Next Unknown? Is
Yes.
that different from the previous Unknown?
I thought you were going to ask that. They're the next one in line.
It's a sequel.
For the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are a super group of musicians who've been performing in Northwest Arkansas for a long time. They've come together, formed this new band, The Next Unknown, and we've got their music video for you. And then down there at our chef's table, man, we've got the one, the only Chef Devin from Theo's in Fayetteville joining us. Chef Devin, what's up? What are you going to be making at the chef's table today?
I'm going to be putting together a sweet and savory tart today.
Sweet and savory tart. We don't usually have savory tarts on the show.
Yeah, it sounds a little weird.
I can't wait.
I mean, tarts and sweet go together.
Yes.
But tarts and savory?
No.
Yes, you're going to have to sell me on it.
You're going to have to sell. I think he can, though. I mean, he looks like he's a professional. I bet he can sell us on it. And we're going to send it over to our friends at Sam's Furniture Spotlight. Before we get to that, though, we've got a new spot with our friend Instagram Paw for you to check out.
Now, he's a savory tart.
He is a savory tart. And then stick around because all the great stuff we just said is coming at you later.
Howdy there, this is Instagram Paul coming at you live in technology world, and I'm here with a young lady today that I'm gonna show her something about Instagram Paul knows about Instagram, and I kind of know a little bit about this new thing, people taking pictures.
Snapchat.
Snapchat. It's very confusing these days. There's so many different things. There's BuzzFeed and Bitmoji and Snapchat and people taking pictures of their pancakes called Flapchat, I think, and Shut Your Trap Chat and a lot of different ones. The one of people sleeping. Have you seen this? Taking pictures of people sleeping. Of course, that's called Napchat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things out there, so you can be confused. You know, a lot of people get really confused. Get more confused than a autumn squirrel. Couldn't find his nuts one year, you know. So you got to know what you're looking at and what Snapchat is exactly. If you want to, you can change yourself. Be totally different and change your face, your look.
It's the internet.
You want to be. You know how to make yourself look like a little puppy zombie puking a rainbow, then
exactly.
You do it.
Yeah.
It's fun. I think it shows people a true side of yourself.
It really does. So do you know what like a streak is on the Snap, the Snapchat? You know what that is?
That's an inappropriate picture of someone.
It can be, but it can also be when you like have been Snapchatting somebody straight for so many days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're on a streak.
You're on a streak. Yeah.
Ah, kind of like, and that's on InstaStreak.
Yes.
And you just keep going the same
Yeah,
way for a long time.
Yeah, same way.
Well, I've done that then. Yes, I have done that.
Wow.
I think that's one reason I am a technological expert is I know I just do this stuff naturally.
Right.
It just comes to me. I just know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to I'm selfie taught. But remember folks, nothing's safe on the internet.
That's very true.
So be careful what you do when you Snapchat. Snipchat? What's it? Snap. Snap it.
Streak.
InstaStreak snap. Snap your chats.
Yes.
Yep, but don't get chap snaps.
No chit
It's
chat.
hard to button that. It's Instagram Paul signing off. Thank you, everybody. We hope you taught you something about technology. I know Miss Scaly here
Yes.
has taught me a little something. Kindy. Have a good one. Snap your chats.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we're back here at Sam's Furniture. Joe Donaldson joining us. I hear you're going on a big adventure.
Yeah, we're gonna climb a mountain. So a little one,
Not just any mountain?
Right, Mount Kilimanjaro. So it's kind of a tall one, but we're doing it for a great purpose. It's to raise money for Sheepdog, as we know here locally that supports our veterans, especially combat veterans. And the biggest thing we want to do with this cause and this climb is to bring awareness to the fact that combat veterans that have dealt with bodily injuries and that whole Purple Heart world, there's a purpose for you after that. A lot of them struggle when they come back. We're actually taking a double amputee on this climb with us.
Wow.
He's gonna summit.
Man, that is so inspirational. If people want to get involved, if they want to donate, you're raising money, how do they do that?
They can go to our Sam's Furniture website, and there'll be a link on there to the website for the climb itself, and they can donate on there.
You know, Joe, I was thinking, like, sheepdogs, I get it. But what about St. Bernards? I think you need to take one of
Yeah.
those, like, rescue dogs with the big jug around its neck. if
Take
you're
them all the
going
way
on
to
a
the
mountain.
top. Yeah.
And he'll save you. Just
They
in
may
the
like it.
movies.
They may like it, yeah.
I don't know that that's what Sheepdog Impact Assistance does, but I like where your head's at, Bo. Joe, thank you so much. That's super inspirational. I can't wait to hear
Absolutely.
how your adventure goes.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. Glad you're tuned in. I'm so honored to welcome our next guest, Britney K. Taylor, joining us. She's an actor. She's an entrepreneur. Look, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but the first thing I want to mention is that you were on the very first episode of Later with Jason Suel.
I absolutely was.
You were. Do you remember that? I remember you being in the audience for that show, right?
Yeah. Oh, I coming back in the studio. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's where that. I had so much fun with that. It was the most bizarre little skit.
Bizarre.
I bet-
You could have stopped at Bizarre.
good.
I bet what you don't remember is the contract that Jason made you sign that all future content belongs to him.
It's all mine. Yeah. Speaking of, so you're on this show. It's streaming right now, everybody, on Disney Plus, episode 2. The show is called Encore, with an exclamation point at the end. Executive producer Kristen Bell. What's the show about for people who haven't seen it?
Is it about Baby Yoda? It's on Disney Plus. I hear that's
It's
all
gotta
that's
have
on
a
Disney
Baby
Plus.
Yoda.
Well, I did bring Baby Yoda right here. I wish.
I
That
wish.
would make everyone like me so much more. No, Encore. Kristen Bell's the executive producer. Basically, it's one of Disney Plus's very first original shows. It's a
Yeah.
reality show where they take former high school theater cast and they bring them back together, reunite them for an encore performance of that musical. Yeah, so I was in the 2007 cast of Beauty and the Beast at Saginaw High School in Saginaw, Texas.
What? Shout out.
And we got to do the show again, but this time we had just 5 days to put it on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you also got to cross paths with and work with, I would say, Disney royalty.
Yes.
Susan Egan, right? Tell us who she is, what she's done, and how you got to work with her.
So Susan Egan was the original Belle on Broadway, and it was actually Broadway's very first Disney musical.
Was it?
So she
Beauty and the Beast
really
was.
originated
Okay.
Disney on Broadway.
Yeah.
And she also voiced Meg in Hercules and does a lot of voiceover work. So she came out and worked with the cast, and man, she sang Home for Us, which is one of the songs from the musical, and made that an 8-course meal.
Yeah.
It was a whole journey, and I thought Belle was about to start the French Revolution.
Oh my gosh.
And I asked her to voice a role for me.
Okay.
I started my own company.
Yeah,
I started my own company. It's called Saturday Morning TV, and I take kids' cartoons from all over the world, and I rewrite them, and I dub them in English.
Oh, interesting.
And that's legal?
If you get a contract signed.
Well, I'm sure people out there, maybe over the holidays, they got Disney Plus. Maybe they weren't an early adopter, but now they have it and they're flicking through and they're like, what do I need to, where can I start? How would you encourage that person to choose the show Encore?
I will say, we'll start at episode 2 of Encore. Done, period, the end. But one of the greatest experience about being a part of the show, which there have really been many, it's been a really fun ride, is that there's so much positivity around the show. Like, so many people have stalked me on the internet and reached out and just been like, this
I've
means
seen
so
that.
much
Positive
to me.
stalking, of course, right?
I've seen a lot of people tweeting at you.
Yes!
On the Twitters.
Let's pause this for a second. You know what's really great? You know, it's lovely when your friends and family support you.
Right.
But when strangers on the internet support you.
Yes. Come on.
They don't have to.
That's
they
right.
don't have to. It's just such a special show, and I think it does something really, really special with reality TV that really hasn't been done.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest complaints of the show is that it's too short.
Oh,
People want to know the characters more, and they want to see more of the production.
We hear that all the time here at Later Jason Suel. Very familiar with this territory.
I get it, yeah. So it's been very special.
That's awesome. Streaming right now on Disney Plus. Check her out on episode 2, Encore. And then you need to stick around. We got another Encore happening a little bit later.
Ooh.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Did you just say I'm crazy? Did you hear what all the rumors say? Oh, they say you shouldn't get too close. There's trouble everywhere he goes, but it's so entertaining when he puts on a show. Don't tell me something that I already know. You tell me I'm crazy, I got no self-control. Ooh, I'm here, but there's no saving my soul. Oh, no, mama, I'm a time bomb, and I'm ready to blow. Everyone seems to stare at me. Just waiting. Well, the elephant in the room is here.
was.
Ooh, that was intense.
That was intense. I know. I'm ready to cook some food now.
Absolutely.
Matches the beanie.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're getting a little punk rock today.
Chef Devin joining us from Theo's Fayetteville. What are we putting together, man? You got a lot of
So,
ingredients here.
This is quite a mise en place.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but it's really, really simple. It's just sweet and savory, so very, very French.
Yeah,
Again,
sweet
lots
and
of
savory in a tart.
Absolutely. So here we've got the ingredients for the tart dough.
Devin, let's talk about
bring-
the duck confit for a second. People
What does
hear that
confit
word. I know.
even mean?
Exactly.
Everybody, yeah,
Sounds so
everybody-
fancy. What is
What's
it? What
a
did you do to this
confit?
duck?
So confit is it's slow cooked in its own fat. It's about as French as you can get.
Oh God.
Slow-cooked
That sounds like a really
It's in its own
gorgeous
fat.
weekend.
Slow cooked in its own fat is me on a Sunday watching football.
Absolutely.
That's what's happening.
With the tart dough, obviously, we've got these 4 ingredients. We've got
Sure.
a little bit of this. This is a very handy-dandy tool called a microplane.
Oh.
You're gonna actually use this.
Isn't that what
pull
girls
this
use on
up.
their face?
Oh yeah. Feet and face, that's what I use it for.
Yes. Feet and face, the old feet and face scrubber.
So,
that smells good.
Because of a time limitation, obviously,
Right.
I went ahead and put some dough together earlier. And the great thing about this
Nice.
dough is that once you make it, you wrap it up tight, and it'll hold for a month.
Wow.
Just in your fridge, yeah.
Wow,
So
okay.
it's great. It's an easy-to-use dough.
You just pull it out whenever you need it.
Pull it out whenever you need it, and then you can throw it back in the fridge. So unlike a pie crust, this dough is extremely malleable and easy to use. You can actually mold it.
Wow, look at that. Yeah.
It's like Play-Doh.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
easy,
look at
easy
that.
to use, and it's not going to break. It's not going to explode like.
It's very
sometimes.
moist. I was expecting it to
very,
kind of be
very
dry.
moist.
Like
yeah,
It
so
tastes pretty good too.
very, very rich in butter, very rich in sugar and eggs. The eggs is what makes it really, really easy to use. So what we're going to do?
That lemon comes through.
It's just
really
like what I
nice.
did when I was a kid. You
Absolutely.
You take the cookie cutter.
Yeah, you just mold it
Yeah.
up. So there's 2 methods of doing this. You can either take it. I've got my handy dandy little roller here.
Man, you're such a pro.
Press it out.
Looks fancy.
You can either roll it out and press it, or, as you can see, whip,
Easy
Yeah,
peasy.
right there.
Yeah.
Cookie cutter.
or, as I like to do, you can
What
take
are you
it
doing?
in and kind of press it up against the sides.
Yes.
You're gonna throw your dough in there into the oven. Let it crisp up a little bit for about 5-8 minutes. Pull it back out, and then you're gonna take your beautiful, delicious sweet cream brie.
Can't beat the brie, man.
With the brie, you can either leave the rind on, rind off. I'd like to take it off so that you don't get that texture.
And then people stop asking all those questions.
Yeah.
Is it okay to eat this rind?
It is the easiest thing. So you make a nice little layer of that, and then you're gonna take your confit,
You go put it in there.
and you just put it right in there. And then you're gonna throw it back in the oven, 350, another 5 to 7 minutes. So you take a little microgreens with our zested
more
lemon.
lemon?
Yes.
I was gonna want a nice sharp knife for this.
That was like a French laugh.
An evil one.
It was a Canadian laugh.
Okay. All
We're just
right.
gonna hit it with a little bit of lemon juice,
And then, oh yeah.
a little bit of salt.
The band, they are all fans of salt.
So you just
According
make
to
a
our
nice, lightly dressed salad.
And then there you go.
Just put it right on
Put
top.
it in there.
Easy enough.
Oh, it's all happening. The dish is coming together. Look at this thing.
There you go.
That's
Easy enough.
super cool. Check that out. Chef Devin, you're at Theo's in Fayetteville.
I'm at Theo's in Fayetteville.
Are these things on the menu? Can you find these on the menu occasionally throughout
There
the
are
year?
several tarts on the menu.
Yeah.
I had one just the
There
other
are.
night.
Yeah.
So we have 2 sweet tarts on the menu right now.
Okay.
And that's not the candy, they're French tarts. We have what is called a frangipane, which is very rich. It's almond based, lots of butter, lots of eggs, poached pears on it. It's really, really good, but it's super rich. And we have a more savory tart, which is goat cheese, blue cheese.
That's the one I had, and it was awesome.
It sounds weird, but it's phenomenal.
All right.
A little bit of honey, a little rosemary, a little port reduction, and it's so good.
That's awesome. You got to go see Chef Devin at Theo's. Try his tarts. Try everything on the menu because Theo's is absolutely, it's a gem here in
yeah.
Northwest Arkansas. Thank you.
Fayetteville staple.
We're going to get a chance to try this in our show a little bit later. Stick around. Yes, everybody, thank you for tuning in later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we leave this episode, we've got to thank our guests, including Britney Taylor, so busy with Disney Plus and her show Encore that she's already gone. But thank you, Britney, for hanging out with us.
And of course, Chef Devin from Theo's for these amazing tarts.
Yeah, speaking of amazing, the band The Next Unknown, thanks for that music video, great stuff.
And of course,
Instagram Paul.
Instagram Paul.
Wild. That's our show. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Let's try this
Look
tart,
at
man.
this.